Thank you so much for attending our webinar today with American National. My name is Sandy Vicanti, and I'm the Supervisor of Producer Services here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your morning. Mike Carsalo with American National will be presenting this great webinar with American National. Before I turn it over to him, a couple house cleaning items I want to go over with IAMS. We have, for any new agent that is listening who's thinking about coming aboard with us, we have something so great. It's called a new producer bonus. So once you get contracted with us, your first 6 months of being contracted, when you place $100,000 of business, whether that's life, annuity, MedSup, or long-term care, you receive you have a choice actually of receiving a $750 bonus, a 2-year subscription to a website and newsletter service. If you place $300,000 of life or annuity business, long-term care, MedSup, or a combination thereof, you have a choice of a $1,500 gift card, a full Social Security program and 3,000-piece postcard mailing, or a $2,000 matching marketing money to promote your business. In your first 6 months, if you're just going gangbusters and doing such a great job and place $500,000 of business with us, you get to choose a 5,000-piece mailing and seminar coaching with Matt Gill, who's a top producer of ours, a 4,000-piece mailing and seminar coaching with Dave Pimper, who's another top producer of ours, or a Ritz-Carlton Travel Rewards Make Your Own Personal Getaway. So you get to plan and customize a mini trip for yourself. And again, that's for any new producer who contracts and writes that business in the first 6 months with IAMS. We also have something called paperless contracting, and it is such a really easy and quick way to get contracted with us now and in the future. So what we do, it's a 4-page contract that we send out, and we'll send that out with this recorded webinar. What you do is you fill it out and you circle any carrier like American National or any additional carriers that you'd like to be contracted with. You send that in along with your license, E&O, AML, all that other great stuff, and we set you up on a paperless contracting system. So anytime in the future where you would like to get contracted with an additional company or carrier, all you have to do is log in and check the box next to that carrier, and you don't have to fill out any other additional paperwork. So it saves a lot of time on your part. It just saves a lot of energy, a lot of paper. It just makes it a real easy, seamless way to get contracted with many of our great carriers that we have to offer you as an agent. We also have a great creative service department. So if you have a website that you'd like to have a new, just like to have updated, or if you don't have a website, we have the ability to help you with that. We have a great creative team. Matt Neal and Adam Bylis would be able to assist you. Everything from basic marketing, from coming up with a logo or business card, stationery, letterhead. If you need assistance with coming up with a newsletter, or even having us send a newsletter out every month for you, like I had stated previously, designing a website and keeping up on that website, or just updating your current website, coming up with radio and television ads, and creating those videos for that. If you need help with advanced online marketing, where we do a paid search management for your local area, so your agency comes up first when clients are Googling insurance. They do just such an outstanding job, and if you look at our website, you can see the great work that they do. So I just can't stress enough that you contact Adam Bylis or Matt Neal in our office and give them a call and see how they are able to assist you. IAMS also has something called a Life and Annuity Academy, and I'm going to send a poll out for that for you to please check yes on. This is industry recognized, and it is a 2-day training that we pay the expenses for. So checking yes is just saying, hey, you want some additional information. And what that is we pay for your airfare, your lodging, your food. And during that 2 days, we go over different sales ideas and strategies from top producers all over the United States. We do wealth transfer and wealth transfer ideas, advanced annuity topics. We do business insurance concepts. We go over the current DOL ruling and how it's going to affect your business. Large life case marketing. We go over seminar systems and the top producer turnkey systems and how they utilize it. Different annuity industry threats and trends. It's a really great opportunity to meet with the top producers of the industry, again, from all over the United States. We had over 400 agents apply, and we take between 35 and 40. So again, industry recognized. By saying yes, you're only asking to get some additional information about the academy. So I can't stress enough for you to check yes on that. The next one will be early spring. We have about 3 a year. So I'll wait a few more minutes. Again, great way to ask questions and increase your business. Just a wealth of information for you to gain and learn from other peers in your industry. So we'll stop that. And then we have our website. And our website, again, Matt Neal, Adam Bylis, it's www.imsinc.com. It's a great way for you to take a look at our current incentives. Excellent sales tools on there. You're able to do quotes on the life side for term and guaranteed UL. It's available all the time, 24/7. So if you're at a client's house and you need to pull up a quote, you're able to do that. If you need to pull up, a current annuity rate, you're able to do that as well. Any forms, they're online for you to take a look at. Industry links, they're there. There's an annuity and long-term care grid and current annuity news. It's a wealth of information. I strongly suggest that you just register for our website, take a look at it. Just great information on there for you to look at. So right now I'm going to turn it over to Michael Carcello with American National, and he will go over just the great product that American National has with their universal life and how it could benefit you and your clients. So Michael?
Great. Thank you for that intro, Sandy, and thank you for everyone that could join us this morning. I know it's Monday and everyone's trying to recover from the weekend, and I just want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us for this quick webinar. I'll try to be kind of brief as to not to take too much of your morning up. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And, what we're going to talk about today is our new Signature Guaranteed Universal Life product. This is replacing our old Executive UL product that most of you may be familiar with. Now, this product, from a rate perspective, it's very, very competitive. And this is also improved from our old Executive UL product in regard to the amount of features and benefits that it adds. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. These are just a few of the product specs, pretty standard. Issue ages 18 to 80, male-female rates available, unisex is not available. Minimum face amount is $25,000. Now, this is pretty different compared to a lot of GULs that you see out there industry-wide. Most GULs do not go to this low of a face amount, which means this also can work as a great final expense product as well. Premium modes, pretty standard, annual, semi-annual, quarterly, and monthly. Minimum guaranteed interest rate is 2.5%, and the surrender charge period is 10 years, the first 10 years of the contract. Now, these are the different premium bands. We go 1 through 5 with the bands. Now, if you have written with American National in the past, you are probably familiar with our Underwriting Express program, which goes up to $250,000. And for clients 65 and younger, they qualify for this expedited underwriting program, which basically means we run an MIB and script check in-house. If those two come clear, then you're typically looking at a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time. But if they do see something in that MIB or script check, it could prompt a paramed or blood work or something like that. So it's not a guarantee issue. I typically see around 57% of these go the expedited route where we don't have to order a paramed. And this is also important with the banding in regards to the return of premium feature that comes with this product and the percentage of premiums you have access to in the 15th year and the 20th and 25th. So I'll go over that a little bit in more detail here shortly. Also, once you go past band 2 and you get into the band 3 to 5 range, we also have a special table shaving program that is just specific to this product only that I'll also discuss. Now, this product, one of the reasons why it's way better than the old one that we had is you have the ability to dial in a guaranteed death benefit from 95 to age 121. So if you have a client that just wants to go to age 100 or 105, this product offers that. You also get to select the amount of coverage that you need and set it up as a level pay, and those premiums will not fluctuate down the road. Also, the return of premium feature, which I did discuss just a second ago, you do have access to most, if not all, of those premiums paid into the policy in the 15th, 20th, and 25th year. Product also comes with accelerated benefit riders with no additional cost, just as the ROP is no additional cost to this product as well. Those ABRs include terminal, chronic, and critical. Of course, if you go below 50,000 with the face amount, those ABRs, the only one available is the terminal illness rider. You also have a couple other riders that are available that I will go over, and that is just your disability waiver premium and your children's term rider. Okay, so this is just talking about the guaranteed coverage period on the product. So, as long as the premiums are paid within the first 10-year period, the policy will not lapse. But as many of you know that are versed in life insurance, policy loans or withdrawals can cause that policy to lapse unless you make additional payments to prevent that from happening. So the built-in no-lapse guaranteed account does keep that guaranteed death benefit in place, but of course, as long as the no-lapse guaranteed account value is positive, the policy will not lapse even if the cash surrender value falls to 0. The policy, however, can lapse due to excessive withdrawals, and if there's no additional premiums paid to keep it in force, it can lapse. Also, if there is an outstanding loan at any time after the beginning of the 11th year, the no-lapse guaranteed account will not prevent lapse. So just as I previously mentioned, this product does give you the ability to dial in a guaranteed death benefit from 95 to 121. Typically where we are most competitive with this is with the level pay scenarios, and we're also competitive with 10 pay scenarios. Single premium scenarios I can run illustrations on, but to be honest with you, I don't think we're that strong with those single premium situations. But if you have a client that is looking for a 10 pay or a level pay scenario and they stay committed to those premiums will not fluctuate, and they will have that guaranteed death benefit to that specific point in time between 95 and 121. So the return of premium rider that comes with this product, they do have to be between 18 and 70 to have this on their product for free. Also, they can't be beyond the table 4 with this product. But other than the guaranteed death benefit, if you have somebody that is needing life insurance for, say, like a mortgage loan or any other type of loan or whatever scenario it may be, this return of premium feature does allow the client to have access to most, if not all, the premiums in those 3 anniversary dates, which is the 15th, 20th, and 25th year. So I'm going to go break down the percentages here in a second on what those actually are, and I'm going to go back and discuss how banding is important in the amount of premiums that you do receive back in those particular anniversary dates. So the amount of the cash out benefit will depend on a few things. So what we look at is we look at the amount of premiums paid into the policy, and we look at that death benefit on those anniversary dates. And if the client does decide to execute the feature, what we look at is we look at the lower of the 2 accounts. So typically, if those premiums paid in is less than that actual death benefit, which is probably going to be common in the 15th and 20th year if they want to choose to use that, it's typically going to be the return of premium. All premiums paid into the product is what the client will receive. But if, say, you get into the 25th year, there is a chance that the premiums paid into the product will supersede whatever that death benefit may be. So then in that particular scenario, it would be the death benefit that they would receive. Okay, so this goes back to the importance of banding within the product as it comes to the ROP feature. You can see here death benefits between $25,000 and $250,000, which this is bands 1 and 2. In the 15th year, they have access to 50% of those premiums paid into the product. In the 20th and 25th year, it's 100% of those premiums paid into the product. But if you go to the death benefit, it's 45% of the death benefit. So what I meant by you look at the lesser of those 2 accounts between the premiums paid and the death benefit, we choose which one is less, and then that's what the client would have access to on those anniversary dates. So if you're going with the lower face between $25,000, $250,000, which this would qualify for our Underwriting Express program if they do fit, the 65 and under, 250,000 and under rule, those percentages are a little bit less. But if you go with a higher death benefit over 250, the access of the premiums, sorry, I got tongue-tied. The premiums that they'll have access to in the 15th year would be 65% instead of 50. And the death benefit percentage also increases to 65%. The 20th and 25th year for both scenarios is still 100%. Here's a quick example. Say we have a 65-year-old non-smoker, $500,000, and he wants a death benefit guaranteed age 105. This is how it would actually break down if he chose to access that ROP rider. So he has a total of $202,508 total paid into the product in year 15. So let's say he wants to actually execute that ROP rider. Well, we take a look at the premiums paid. Since he's over that over band 2 and he goes into that next category, it would be 65% of the premiums paid, which comes out to $131,630. We look at that account. We look over at the death benefit, and it's $325,000. That is 65% of the death benefit, and we're assuming a $500,000 face here. So in this particular scenario, he would get the $131,630 returned back to him. Now, if he opts not to choose to utilize this rider in the 15th year, we'll go into year 20. Now, he does want to use it at this point in time. Total premiums paid into the policy is $270,010. 100% of the premium is accessible at this point in time, which would be the full $270,000 and some change. So We would look at that amount. We would look at 65% of the death benefit, which is still $325,000. He would get his full premiums returned at $270,000. Now, if you do go a little bit farther into the policy duration and you get into year 25, there is a chance that the premiums paid into the product will supersede what that 65% of the death benefit is. So in this situation, you do see that the premiums paid in year 25 is up to $337,513. Well, 65% of the death benefit is $325,000. So he would have that $325,000 returned to him as part of that feature. And another thing to keep in mind, once they do utilize this feature of the product, it does, the product's over, it's canceled. It's a one and done scenario. Okay, so there's a few things, a couple specs on that ROP rider. If annual premiums are not met, it could terminate the rider. The date the policy terminates or is surrendered in full. Now, typically in that 15th, 20th, and 25th year, once the anniversary hits, they have a 60-day window to where they can actually use that feature of the product. But if it goes past 60 days and say you are in year day 62 in that window, then they would not be available until the next anniversary date rolls around. And also, once that rider terminates, cannot be reinstated. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. These are the other riders that are available on the product. I believe I mentioned this. You have that disability waiver of stipulated premium, the children's term rider, which does go up to 25 units or 25,000, and the ABRs come included with the product for absolutely no charge. But the first two riders on this slide, these are actually optional riders, and they do have to be added at issue. Okay. Another thing regarding the ABRs, we do have the terminal, chronic, and critical riders that do come with the product for free. We now with the old executive UL product that you may be familiar with, and we also had partial accelerations available with the old product, but with this one as well, you could do a full acceleration and take as much of that death benefit as you can, and it will cancel out the policy. But now what we implemented, and I believe this was in the last year or so, is the partial acceleration feature, in which you can actually take part of that death benefit and still keep your remaining death benefit in force. So it's not a one and done type scenario. Most of you are familiar with the definitions of these, pretty standard stuff. Terminal illness is if death is expected within 24 months. Critical illness covers 16 different illnesses, and that is actually on our website, and I could email that over to Sandy if anyone wants to see what those actually are. And our chronic illness, which is, I guess, nursing home type rider, is that the client is unable to perform two out of the 6 activities of daily living or experiences severe cognitive impairment. Another thing that is new with this GUL product is our contractual late payment forgiveness plan. And basically what this means, it does allow premiums to be paid up to 1 full month beyond the monthly deduction billing date without negatively affecting the lapse date. So if you have a client who was a little bit late getting that payment in and they're afraid their policy is going to lapse, well, we have this feature with this product that will prevent that. Also, our signature term is pretty popular out there in the marketplace. I'm sure most of you have ran across it at one point in time. Rates are very competitive with it. Some of you do have a client that is they do have a signature term. Well, they can convert to this new signature guaranteed UL product. And typical, with the conversions into the signature term into the old executive UL product, this one right here, you do have those conversion credits available during the first 5 years of that term policy. You also receive credit for the annual term premium in the year of conversion. And of course, the conversion is subject to term policy provisions on convertibility. This is talking about illustrations with the Signature Guaranteed UL product. Now, more than ever, we have really diversified in the different quoting platforms that we use. The illustration on the right there, that's a snapshot of one of our quotes, of what one of our quotes look like. It's pretty standard. On the left, you have a premium outlay. You see the death benefit on the right. Also, you see the in the blue the blue column there. You also see the amount of premiums available on those anniversary dates, which is the 15th, 20th, and 25th year. Now, typically, you can, illustration is not required, but if you want to get a signed illustration sent in to us, we'll show that death benefit ran all the way through, and I know the client would also like to probably see that they have that coverage to a specific date, and that will become part of the contract. Also, the different platforms for quoting, you see LPES, probably the most popular. It's on our website. That's what I use on my laptop, but we also have a bunch of different platforms as well. Now you can actually run quotes from your smartphone, which I do all the time because I'm running around the field constantly. So that's also a very, very helpful tool. Also, WinFlex, Vital Quote, iPipeline, CompuLife, and Live Quotes, very popular. I know insurance agency marketing uses some of these, so it is available on there as well. Also, this is a little snapshot from Live Portraits. This does break down the premiums for you, and when you're dialing in a guaranteed death benefit from 95 to 121, using this quick calc feature, it does offer you the ability to see what those premiums will be in the year 95, 100, 105, and 121. So if you're sitting in front of a client, you need to pull up those numbers on the fly. This right here will give you that opportunity to tell you exactly what that premium will be to guarantee a death benefit to that particular age. This slide right here, I like. This basically shows the comparison between this new Signature UL product compared to our old Executive UL product. And the price difference is substantial. You can see the green columns there, that is the difference in cost between those two products. So if you look at the top lines there with the Preferred Plus non-tobacco, age 45, we're about 40% cheaper compared to the old Executive UL product. And if you go down from Preferred Plus to Preferred, even down to standard non-nicotine, we just blow the old product away. And we also, from an industry standpoint, against the other big players in the industry with these GULs, we are extremely competitive. And I'm going to show you some really nice competitive analysis numbers for you to show just how competitive we are. Okay, so this right here, this is just a 45-year-old male, $1 million death benefit solving to age 105. You can see where we rank from a premium standpoint in this space, but the other products or the other carriers on here in blue, American General and Mutual of Omaha, these other carriers do offer an ROP feature with their GUL product. None of these other carriers do. I believe Symetra recently rolled out with a product that does have an ROP on there, but we don't have them on this particular slide. But we see if you're looking for somebody that is looking for an ROP feature on their product with a guaranteed death benefit, we rank #1 in regard to premiums. This right here, I like to call this our heat map, and this is where we are the most competitive with this product. Typically, if you have a client that's 25 up to 65, that is where we are the strongest. You can see in the dark green, that's where we rank #1. Lighter green, Slightly less competitive, red, that is where we aren't really in the game. But you could see with, great classes such as like a female standard plus, very strong across the board. And let's see, in the female best tobacco, that's where we rank. So if you have a smoker, we do offer very good smoker rates. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the two primary competitors with us that does include an ROP feature with their product is Mutual of Omaha and AIG. Pretty standard stuff here. I just did a little spec sheet that's breaking down side by side what the percentages are for the ROP, and you can see with us in year 15, 65% of the premiums paid and 50% for bands 1 and 2. In year 15 with Mutual of Omaha, it's 50% of the premiums paid across the board. That's even over $250,000. With AIG in year 15, it's not even available. You could see also in year 20 and 25, it is 100% available with us, 100% available with Mutual of Omaha, and with AIG in year 20, it's 50% of the premiums paid, and in year 25, it's 100% of the premiums paid. You could also see the death benefit caps, because if you mentioned earlier in the presentation, what we do is we look at the actual death benefit and the premiums paid, and we give you the lesser of the two amounts. Well, we're at 45% of the death benefit in bands 1 and 2, and over that it's 65% of the death benefit. With Mutual of Omaha, it's 35% of the death benefit all the way through, and 40% of the death benefit all the way through with AIG. You could also see the class exclusions. This is available 18 through 70, no additional charge. But and we do go up to table 4 as well and $5 flat extras. With Mutual of Omaha, it is not available for a substandard or tobacco case under the age of 50 or some standard classes, tables 5 through 16 at age 50 plus. With the AIG, we just do not have those numbers available, so we cannot put it on the slide here. Here's a quick example, 45-year-old male preferred, using a full pay or level pay scenario, $500,000 death benefit. You can see what the premiums are, and there's Symetra's product as well. We were able to get this on the slide and see what they stack up from a premium standpoint. We are the cheapest. In year 15, the amount of premiums that they do have access to, we win. Mutual of Omaha is the only other carrier out there that does offer that in year 15. Going into year 20, you could see, we're at $62,244. Mutual of Omaha is at $71,967. They are slightly higher here, but that's also their premiums are more expensive, hence the higher number. And you could also see in year 25, $77,806. We have the 65% death benefit cap. Mutual of Omaha's is only at 35%, and you would have $77,806 available in year 25. Another example here, this is a standard class, 50-year-old male, $500,000 non-tobacco. Annual premiums, still very strong. Symetra comes in at a close second. You can see the breakdown in the 15th, 20th, and 25th year, and especially the 15th year is probably the most important. You can see what the client would have access to at that point in time. This is same scenario, but this is a 10 pay, and this is a preferred plus rating. We also blow away everyone else, especially in the 15th year ROP and from an annual premium standpoint. Now, accelerated benefit riders, I think this is kind of overlooked by a lot of people and how important they are. Not only do we have an ROP, but we do have these ABRs that do come free with the policy. We have all three of them: terminal, chronic, and critical. A lot of carriers don't have all three. We see a list of the main carriers in the industry, and you do see that some of these people do charge for these riders, and they may not have all the riders available. So you could see like Nationwide, for example, they do charge you for this rider, but they don't include a critical illness waiver. Now, American National, we don't charge anything for these, and you get chronic, critical, and terminal. So, and that also goes along with the ROP feature that is automatically built into the product. So, just a quick recap of why this product is so good and so competitive is you do have the guaranteed death benefit. You could dial in from ages 95 to 121. You have the guaranteed access to cash with that ROP feature. The death benefit caps and the percentages of the premiums you get paid into this product beats everyone else. Ages 25 to 65 for those younger clients. And this even goes with the clients that are tobacco users. We usually rank number one when it comes to this category. You could also convert this product from an old signature term into this. You also have the living benefit riders on here that are free of charge, where we do not charge these. If you do get this policy, it's just below $50,000. You will not have the critical and chronic illness, just the terminal. And the contractual late payment feature is also on this product as well, where if you have a client that is late with their first premium payment, we will not lapse that policy. And more than ever, the way technology is now, where everything's done through a smartphone or an iPad, you do have that ability to quote this anywhere with this product. So there's a few things. I mean, that wraps up my slideshow, but I just want to talk about our special table shaving program real quick. And basically what this is over $250,000. The client comes in tabled 1 through 4. They have a good chance of coming away with a standard rate class. And you can see here on the right, these are the different illnesses and things like that, where, if they do come in rated 1 through 4 with either of these, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, or epilepsy, or their build, if that something like that does come, rate them table 1 through 4 over $250,000, they do have a shot at coming away with a standard class. And this is with this product only. And let's see here. Another thing that we are running at American National, and this runs through 12/31, is our iPad contest. And I'm not sure if many of you have ran into this. We usually run this every year. But what it is, 9 paid life policies with $9,000 combined premium. You get an iPad Pro. I think that's a pretty neat deal. Those numbers are not insurmountable. Most people probably can do that pretty easily. But 9 paid life cases, $9,000 combined premium, get an iPad Pro. Good gift with the holiday season coming around, or for your personal use when you're out in the field. Also, just want to show you one last thing here. And these are just a few of the competitive analysis numbers that I ran. And you can see with the full pay, $500,000, preferred male, paid to age 100. This is, you can see from a premium standpoint where we stand. And we rank number 1 on this chart. And this is using, breaking it down from age 40 all the way to 60. You see down here with the full pay premium comparison, the standard rating, where we rank as well. So both preferred and standard, very strong. Also with the 10 pay, male preferred non-tobacco, $500,000, ranked number 1 again. Also on the standard, we rank number 1 as well. And this is just the rider comparison chart. I don't want to sound redundant and beat a dead horse, but I mean, this is where we are from the ROP standpoint, and how we in that year 15 we just blow away the competition from both an ROP standpoint and annual premium standpoint. And Sandy, I believe that's all I have today.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm going to go over some questions here
yeah.
and just see, oops, what questions we have that you can answer. And while I do that, I'm going to see how many are interested in contracting with American National. Just a great carrier with very competitive products. So anyone interested, just check yes. And again, we'll send out some contracting information. Those that are contracted with us will go ahead and already contracted with us, we'll get you, just give us a call and we can get you contracted. So let's see. Is this product available in all states? Do you know how easily accessible this product is?
As far as I know, it is available in all states, including New York. I can check real quick just to double check. I mean, might be like one of those states like Montana or something that's not available.
But it's pretty accessible in all states, I thought. And again, you do have products available in New York as well for all of those New York agents that are listening, so which is a difficult thing.
Right, it is. It definitely is. And us having a foothold there with a product like this, it's a huge deal. So, but it is available in New York. I'm trying to look here for a state approval chart real quick, and if I can't find it, because I don't want to take anyone else's too much time, I could just email you, Sandy, with what states it's not approved in, and if you want to relay that to the agent, that'd be awesome.
And we have the product availability that we can send out. And again, someone just asked if you can contract with IAMS. Are you able to sell American National? So we'll send out the contracting paperwork, and then you can circle American National and send that back, and we'll get you contracted with them. Again, great company. You're rated A, or is it A plus?
We are rated A.
A carrier with competitive products, and you do simplified issue, correct? So up to age what?
Yeah, we have that Underwriting Express program, which is not technically simplified issue. It's just expedited underwriting, and what that is face amounts up to 250.
Yeah.
Clients 65 and below, they do have a chance of going through there with a real quick turnaround time if nothing is found with those MIB and script checks. But from what I've seen, over 50% of those cases go through no problem. But, things come up if they see something with that script check, or that they pull that MIB and they see something there, they could request a paramedic.
Sure, and sometimes that happens. Right. We're seeing, for the majority of the time, we're not seeing that being an issue. So let's see. Any other questions that we have? No? Okay. Well, I am going to go ahead and just thank everyone again for your time. Thank you so much. Hope everyone has a great and safe week. Anyone who has registered for this webinar, you'll receive, again, a recorded version of this later on this afternoon. If you have questions in the meantime, please give myself a call or anyone in the life department. Again, Sandy Vacanti, 1-800-255-5055. Michael, thank you so much for your time and explaining what a great product American National has to offer everyone. And thank you again. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, and I really appreciate it. And thank you, Sandy.
Well, everyone have a great week.